is happening?
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. Yes, you are catching me at the end of Vlogmas Day 1. I just wrapped up part 1 of decorating the tree at my parents' house, and now you guys are on to Day 2, which is technically just later in the night, but I had to split it up into 2 parts, mostly because if I didn't, the first video was going to be like 45 minutes long, which we just can't do. So my mom and I just ran to Michael's for a last minute supply run. I'm going to show you guys what we got because we were running out of ribbon and supply. So first of all, did you guys know you could get a glue gun at Michael's for $3? Because you can. Didn't know that. And then, because I don't even know if we're going to need a glue gun, but you just never know. So we got so much ribbon because we just don't want to run out. And I have big ideas for this tree, and also that's why this video is now being split up into 2 parts, because my big ideas, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, and I just know this is not going to be done in one day, and that's okay. So they didn't have the squirrel ribbon that I showed you guys at the Vlogmas Day 1, but they did have this ribbon, if you guys can see that. Hopefully. But they did have this pine cone ribbon, which is really pretty and is very similar to the squirrel ribbon, so I think it'll blend in very nicely. And then I'm going to do a really big bow at the top, mixing this ribbon with this red sparkle ribbon, which I think you guys can see is like super, super sparkly. And then also going to mix in any extra of the pine cone ribbon we have. So now what I'm going to do, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear the background noise, our washer is going, and my parents just moved into this house, and honestly it's a little chaotic. We're still figuring out how everything works and all of that jazz. Real life, you know. So anyways, I am going to watch a tutorial on how to do this ribbon thing that I'm thinking of, and hopefully I don't just totally butcher it, but I always like new things and I like crafts, and I really want to do some really fun crafts with you guys for Vlogmas this year. So without even planning it, I kind of just stumbled into doing this. This was not planned. I thought I was just going to decorate this tree and make one video, but nothing is ever really easy on my channel. I always just kind of stumble into things, so this is very typical. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch the tutorial and see if we can do this.
The next day.
Okay guys, so this is the part of the video where I start making the ribbon bow tree topper. Now, at first I wanted to show you guys a full tutorial, walk you through how to do it, but I decided after doing it myself that really the best way to do it is just to watch the tutorial that I watched, and I'll have that linked below in the description box below. The tutorial I watched was really well done. The girl who did it, she just explains it so well, and I really need more practice after doing it. It's not hard, but it is tricky and it does take practice. So as you guys can see here, I'm using 3 rolls of ribbon. In the tutorial, she does only use 2, but I'm an overachiever, what can I say? I kind of regretted using 3, but I already went for it, so here we are. In the tutorial, she recommends using ribbon that is 25 feet long, and that's what I did. So I laid it all out on top of each other in the order that I wanted it. That's me and my very unique measuring. So I watched the tutorial as I did it, and I went along with her. And basically what you do is you fold it, and that's how you figure out the length of your bow, basically how long the big bow part on the the big fluff part of the bow, I'm really explaining this well, wow, is going to be. And then you fold it in half. And you keep going and you keep folding it over and over. And I did 6 times because that's how many she recommended. And there's my mom in the back. Hi, Mom. My mom was great moral support during this because I am not the biggest arts and crafts gal. I do enjoy them, but I am a perfectionist and I do not like not knowing what I'm doing. So, yeah, it doesn't set me up for great success all the time. So I just kept folding it, and you really need to crease it down. It's also super, super important that your ribbon has wire in it. That is extremely important. This will not work unless your ribbon has wire in it. So keep folding. Yeah, I would recommend not doing 3 different types of ribbon. I would recommend doing 2. 3 did make it quite difficult. It made the bow very pretty in the end, but it was pretty difficult. I'm sorry for the random pauses. This is me talking to my mom and watching the tutorial. I just think it's important to show you guys that this is not something I just like whipped up. I want to show you guys that I put in some effort for this, and like I said, I like to be transparent with you guys. I like to show that I can sometimes totally fail, and sometimes I really just try way too hard, but you know, sometimes it works out. So my mom luckily had zip ties, and that is what the girl suggested in the video. So you're going to need wired ribbon, scissors, and zip ties. I believe that's all you need. Some tutorials require a lot more materials, and I don't really understand why. So you fold it in half after cutting it. Then here you create little slits on the sides with your scissors. You're going to need really good scissors. Luckily, my mom had great craft scissors. So cutting slits on both sides, folding it in half really to get that crease so you know exactly where to cut. And then it's nice just to kind of like move it around a little bit just to get those slits nice and open. And then I used a zip tie. That's what the girl did in the video. And what you want to do is you just want to tighten it to the point where it kind of cinches the ribbon together. Now, if you don't have a zip tie, you can definitely use floral wire or some type of wire, something to secure it. So then I just kind of messed around with it a little bit to make it a little looser. And at this point in the tutorial, she starts kind of explaining how to fluff your bow, and that's what you guys are going to start seeing me do. She has a whole process of doing this. Again, I'm not going to even attempt to explain her process. Basically, you just start pulling them out in different directions, and then you kind of just start playing with it and maneuvering with it, and that's how you make your bow. It's actually a lot more simple than I realized. I swear you guys, I opened this one tutorial on YouTube when I looked so confused, and this girl like had this whole like special tool for how to make this, and I'd never even heard of it. And that's why I looked so frightened, as I was like, what in the world is this sorcery? So for me, one lesson I learned with making this first bow is that I think I tied the zip tie too tight because it made it really hard with especially using 3 different types of ribbon and just instead of 2. It made it really hard pulling the ribbon out. So I would definitely suggest make sure you're not tying your zip tie or wire too tight. Make sure it is secure though. There's just, you know, find that nice happy medium. And this is what I was telling my mom, that it looked like garbage. Because I really did feel like it looked like garbage. So you just keep pulling them out, and then it basically starts to become a bow, and this is when you start to fluff. And this is when I got very annoyed because it did not look like the girls because like I have said to you guys many times, I am a perfectionist and I like things to be done well, and I don't like it when I don't get it on the first try. Which, trust me, I know how irrational that sounds. You don't have to tell me. But so yes, this was my first bow, and I do feel like I did a pretty good job for doing it the very first time. I do want to practice at it more. I definitely want to do it next Christmas too. I think it's really fun, and it is a great way to dress up your tree. We've never done ribbon on our tree before, so this was a fun new thing that we did this year. Okay, so it's not looking the best. I'm kind of frustrated with the ribbon, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace. This is the very first time I've ever done this. Like, I'm such a perfectionist. I need to give myself grace. I just want it to be absolutely perfect and like magazine perfect, and that's just not the way it's going to be. So it doesn't look awful. It doesn't look amazing, but we're just going to keep going, and yeah. I don't know how people do this. I really don't. Okay guys, so this is the first bow I made, and I like it, but I wanted a bigger bow. So this is the second bow I made, and it's still not amazing, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I don't feel like it's that bad. And then I made these really long tails, and the plan is to put the bow on top of the tree, and then the tails are going to curl down the tree. And we'll see if that is too much, but that is the plan for now. And I'm honestly just shocked that I even got the bow. So that is a win in and of itself.
Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Okay guys, so that is going to be the end of today, end of day 2 of Vlogmas. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm super pleased with how the... You guys, there's a bird right outside my window and it sounded like it was inside my room. I'm not even joking. Okay, go away. I'm trying to film an outro. What is happening? Okay guys, so sorry for how chaotic that just was. I literally thought that bird was literally inside my room, so just had a moment of like a minor freak out. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm super pleased with how the tree turned out, how the bow turned out, all of it. Had a few moments where I thought it was just going to be an epic fail, but you know, that's life. But actually, I'm super pleased with how it all went. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment and like. Make sure to subscribe as well. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas. Bye!
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun.